Oh my goodness, I have been anticipating getting to make a TBR video for so long. So that's what we're gonna do. We are going to film our first TBR video and I'm so excited. So let me grab my jar really quick. We have our lovely little TBR jar here. First off, I'm going to kind of talk about my process. First and foremost, I am going to pick 5 prompts. So we are going to end up with 5 books on our TBR for the month of April. I'm going to, what am I going to do? When we get our prompt, our number one goal is to have it be a book that is off my physical shelf. However, if you can see, I don't have a excess of books. So if we get a prompt that I can't find a book that I have physically on my shelf already, we will then resort to scrolling through my Goodreads. So shelf, priority, if we can't find one, Goodreads. Got it? I've got it. Do you have it? Are we on the same page? I hope so. Was that a lawnmower? Hello? I'll wait. With all that being said, it is time to pull our first prompt. I'm excited. It's really unnecessary that I'm shaking this up because I'm just gonna swish it around with my hand anyways. I was just being extra, as I'm still doing it. I'm sorry. I feel chaotic today. Okay, so I'm not looking. Pull this one. Okay, what do we have? A book that has a map in it. All I can think about is all my Throne of Glass books. I don't know if I have a book that has a map in it right now. I have ACOTAR coming in the mail today. The first book of ACOTAR. Is there a map in that? I don't know. Let me go look at my shelf and I will see if I can find any book that has a map in it. I found 2 books that have maps in them, which I wasn't expecting to have even one. The first book that I have is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I just want to admire this map because it's actually quite different from any map I've ever seen in a book. Look at how cool that is. Oh, like, look at that. At first I opened it and I thought that it was just like a really pretty picture, but no, it's a map and I love it. Evangeline has always believed in true love until she learns that the love of her life will marry another. Desperate to stop the wedding, she strikes a deal with a immortal Prince of Hearts, but she soon discovers that bargaining with the Prince of Hearts is a dangerous game. He has plans for Evangeline, plans that will either end in the greatest happily ever after or the most exquisite tragedy. That sounds interesting. Good contender there. Next, the other book that I have with a map is Powerless. This is by Lauren Roberts. So let's admire the map really quick. This map, compared to the other one, is quite anticlimactic, but still, it's a map. A map's a map. For one, I have heard so many things about this book. So many people rate this book 5 stars. So I have actually been itching to read it. To the best of my knowledge, the premise of this book is that our main character, Peyton, she is just like an average person. She does not have any powers, hence the title Powerless. However, some way, somehow, she ends up being in a competition going up against all these people who do have powers. So she ends up having to fake that she has powers because their government or kingdom or rulers or whatever they are in this book are like exiling or killing, I'm not sure which one, all the people who are considered ordinaries, aka people without powers. I heard that this is not only just like a fantasy competitive type thing, but it is romance heavy, I think. Very excited about this one. So we are between Powerless or Once Upon a Broken Heart. What do I want to read? I think I'm gonna go with Powerless. I've heard too many amazing things about this book and I've been itching to read it. So I feel like I have to go with Powerless on this one. Okay, let's go to prompt number 2. Prompt number 2. Let's see. Okay, we have a book with a bright colored cover. That should be quite easy because look at our little romance shelf. We got all types of colorful girls in there. All right, we've got a selection. Of course, they're all romances though, because I mean, bright covers, typical romance book. Starting off, we have The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. Our main character, Emily, she keeps waking up and having to relive her Valentine's Day So it seems like she's stuck in some sort of time loop that she can't wake up from as she rewatches her boyfriend Josh cheat on her day after day. In addition to Josh's recurring infidelity, she can't get away from Nick, who she keeps running into, sometimes literally in unfortunate ways. Okay, so we've got a Valentine's Day do-over and a cheating boyfriend. Then we also have, I almost said the do-over again. We have Betting on You, also by Lynn Painter. Oh, I forgot to stop that. Whoopsies! While moving to Omaha after her parents' sudden divorce, Bailey finds herself trapped for 10 hours with a cynical and obnoxiously opinionated stranger, the polar opposite of her careful, well-behaved, and cheery temperament. So imagine her surprise when years later, Charlie turns out to be her co-worker at her new job. But this time around, they find themselves talking comfortably and even laughing. Still, they agree that they can't stand each other. When they witness two of their co-workers flirting, their commentary on the moment spirals into a bet. Charlie insists that members of the opposite sex can't just be friends, and Bailey is determined to prove him wrong. Okay, so this is like forced proximity, enemies to lovers kind of deal, and a bet. Then we have the Rom-Commers by Catherine Center. This book, it's thin, but boy is it heavy. But can we just get a moment for how gorgeous this is? Like, look at that. Oh, I love it. This book, I believe, is about this screenwriter who is trying to write a rom-com, but the script ends up being like absolutely terrible. So he's then forced to hire our female main character to come help write the script. However, he seems like just Mr. Grumpy Grump, doesn't want any help, can't stand her. So for his proximity, I would assume Charlie Yates doesn't want to write with anyone, much less a failed nobody screenwriter. Emma's not going down with a fight. She will stand up for herself and for rom-coms and for love itself. She will convince Charlie that love stories matter, even if she has to kiss him senseless to do it. But what if that kiss is accidentally amazing? Okay. Contender. This is gonna be so hard to pick. Well, I might have just strung you guys along because my heart is actually kind of already made up on this prompt. Would you like to see exactly what book I am just so insanely excited to read for the first time ever? I know. I am like the one girly who has not read Happy Place yet. I am an Emily Henry lover. Love her. I have read, I believe, all of her recent books except for this one. I even have her new book pre-ordered. I just haven't read Happy Place. I don't know why I haven't read this yet. I don't know what's taking me so long, and I am just itching to read it. I want to read it so bad, especially before her new book comes out. So, our contenders, as much as I want to read them, I don't think they stood a fair shot because it's Happy Place. It always has been. So our book with a bright colored cover is going to be Happy Place. Okay, our third prompt now. I feel like it is getting dark. It looks like it might start raining. If the lighting is like not the best, I'm sorry, I can't control the weather.
Well, damn, Jackie, I can't control the weather.
Okay, third prompt is a book that has an even number of pages. Easy enough. Let's see what we've got. An even number of pages. I have got 3 books for this prompt. Our first one, I've got Assistant to the Villain. I have heard things about this book over and over and over and over and over again, and everybody loves it. I don't think I've heard a single bad thing said about this book. It's funny, it's got banter, it's got romance. I mean, what more do you need from a book? Oh, and on top of that, look at this cutie right there. Help. I'm sorry. Okay, so there is a job offer with a villain, so to be the assistant to a villain. Our main character, Evie, name. Naturally, she accepts the job offer. No job is perfect, of course, but even less so when you develop a teeny crush on your terrifying, temperamental, and undeniably hot boss. Don't find evil so attractive, Evie. I don't know. Just when she's getting used to severed heads suspended from the ceiling and the odd squish of an errant eyeball beneath her heel, ew, dude, Evie suspects this dungeon has a huge rat, and not just the literal kind, because something rotten is growing in the kingdom and someone wants to take the villain and his entire nefarious empire out. Now, she must not only resist drooling over her boss, but also figure out exactly who is sabotaging his work and ensure he makes them pay. Tempted. Then we've got another cute little fantasy. We have the Spellshop. I picked up this book specifically because I believe her YouTube name is Faith's Reading Things. She absolutely adores this book. I have to find out what it's about. And I am a sucker for like a comfy, cozy fantasy. Oh my goodness, I am so awful at pronouncing names. So I am so sorry if I'm just like botching names that I'm trying to read. Kelia, I don't know. Kelia has always had trouble dealing with people. Thankfully, as a librarian at the Great Library of Elysium, she and her assistant Kaz, a magically sentient spider plant, have spent the last decade sequestered among the Empire's most precious spell books, preserving their magic for the city's elite. When a revolution begins and the library goes up in flames, she and Kaz flee with all the spell books they can carry and head to a remote island Kelia never thought she'd see again, her childhood home. Dun, 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 dun. Taking refuge there, Kelia discovers, much to her dismay, a nosy and very handsome neighbor who can't take a hint and keeps showing up day after day to make sure she's fed and to help fix up her new home. In need of income, Kelia identifies something that even the bakery in town doesn't have: jam. With the help of an old recipe book her parents left her and a bit of illegal magic, her cottage garden is soon covered in ripe berries. Magic can do more than make life a little sweeter, so she risks the consequences of using unsanctioned spells and opens the island's first ever and much needed secret spell shop. How cute! Okay, so I have to point out that on the cover of this book, it literally says it's as comforting as homemade jam on a fresh baked muffin. I mean, come on. That's cute. That's so cute. Moving on, this is completely just like out of left field, but we have Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. So I bought this book because I wanted my husband to read it. I'm gonna make him read it eventually. He's just not doing it right now. But our plan is actually to have him read it, then I'm gonna read it, and then it was just recently turned into an Apple TV Plus show. Apple Plus TV? It's a show. They just made it, and I heard that it was really good. We want to both read it and then watch the show. This is about a guy who wakes up and finds out that the life he woke up to is not the life that he remembers having. His wife isn't his wife, his son was never born, and he is no longer a college professor, but like a world-known genius. So, yes, Dark Matter. We are between Assistant to the Villain, the Spellshop, and Dark Matter, and I think I'm gonna go with the Spellshop because I am dying for something just cute, sweet, comfy, cozy, not too heavy on the heart. Oh, sorry. Oh no. Okay, so prompt number 3, we are picking the Spellshop for our book with an even number of pages. Okay, you guys, I need to speed this up. I feel like I have just been yapping about every single book. Do I need to read like the synopsis to you guys? Do you guys like that? Or would you rather have me just kind of like read the name of the book, kind of quick little gist and move on? Let me know what you guys prefer, and we can use that for future reference on other TBR videos. Okay, next prompt. This is prompt number 4. We are doing, oh, look at that. You guys can't see that, can you? It's not gonna focus. It just says a fantasy. A fantasy, you say? What do we want? Ooh, you know what I could do? I'll be right back. Okay. So I only grabbed one book for this prompt, and it's because I have been really anticipating reading this. But we have the 3rd book in the Emily Wilde series. This is a cozy fantasy. It's got cute fae, it's got dangerous fae, it's got such cute banter. Oh, I just love this series so much. And it is a cozy fantasy. It's like sip a cup of tea and just enjoy a comfy little book. If you guys don't know about the Emily Wilde series, I go into a bit more detail about it in, I believe it's actually my January reading wrap up. I will link that video up here if you're interested. It's so good. If you love cozy fantasy, you should really read it. Last one, book number 5 is going to be, it is a book set in a small town. What do we have? One book specifically really jumped out at me, and that is Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is a cowboy romance. In my head, I just assume all cowboy country-ish romances are gonna take place in small towns. This one says the rules were simple. Keep his hands off his agent's daughter and stay out of trouble. But now he's stuck with her. There's only one bed. Oh my goodness. One bed trope. There's only one bed and, well, rules are made to be broken. So he's a professional bull rider. Maybe this isn't small town. I'm not sure. Hey Siri, is Flawless by Elsie Silver a small town romance? Siri says yes. So thank you, Siri. So we've got Flawless, and then I am not sure if this is a small town either. It's giving small town vibes, maybe? We'll ask Siri again. Okay, I asked Siri 2 different times and I'm not getting a clear-cut answer. So I am gonna go with Flawless by Elsie Silver. We've got our books. We have our April TBR set. Let's do a really quick recap. First prompt was a book that has a map in it. We chose Powerless. Then we got a book with a bright cover. We chose Happy Place. Then we have a book that has an even number of pages, and we chose Spellshop. Then we ended up with a prompt for just a fantasy. That's it, just a fantasy. And I chose Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. And then last but not least, we got a book that takes place in a small town, and we chose Flawless by Elsie Silver. There we have it. I am so excited, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, for watching me pull my first ever TBR. If you guys want to see my reactions, watch me read through some of these books, I will have videos to come. That's all I've got for you guys. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!